Took it all.
See, is it going? It's going.
Petition to change title to Burb is mean.
I mean, we'd have to do that every single episode.
I don't know why, but you all
Not
sound like
every.
robot-y.
Little robot-y. I haven't noticed anything for anybody else.
I haven't.
Yeah, I think it's me.
Over here trying to call us robots. I'm not a robot.
Okay.
Now, if you don't mind, could you please prove that you're not a robot by telling me
problems.
which one of these are bikes?
Captcha.
Which apparently
Captions
was
in your
AI
note.
training. Fuck. Oh, I did not make a Mars's token very well. I just noticed that like she's standing so much taller than everybody else.
She's flying. That's what's going on.
Yeah, actually, you know what? That's a decent ass reasoning.
Valid.
Yeah.
Amara's got new art. We officially all, well, except for Burb, officially all have matching art because Burb's actually talented and made his own. We had to pay for it.
Yes, right.
For the amazing Antarja. She makes a great work. Oh, right. I'm supposed to like do an intro or something, aren't I? Hi, welcome. This is, we're still in pain from last week. If you haven't already, please, for the love of God, go watch episode 11 and 12. It's peak.
Emotionally destructive.
But peak.
Yes. Yes.
Burby did amazing. Oh, who did we lose?
Oh no.
I think she's trying to fix her audio.
Oh.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. That's better.
Meep Mop. Do we still sound like
It'd be funny if I had a robotic voice changer.
Oh, I have one. Where is it? Nah, I can't do it. I will. Hey, can I tell a quick story, by the way?
It's your fucking stream, dude.
It's y'all's fucking game, dude. That's why I'm asking also.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I gotta actually have my... Oh, hey, you know what might help? Also, full screening my fucking thing. There we go. Let's see. Persuasion, huh? Fucking... Did it do it?
Did it do the thing? Did it do the thing? I saw a 7.
I saw it roll.
Yeah, I saw a 7 and then it stopped. Let's try again. Nope.
Just leave it alone for a bit. It'll fix itself. So
It'll fix itself. Okay.
I think it's just...
Yeah, but the quick story here is if you all don't know, there is this great YouTuber. This is not a plug, but great YouTuber named Insight Check, who makes fantastic content. Really analytical about like game design and everything, and did a lot of cool stuff on Daggerheart and everything with the UA. Well, I've been a patron of his for a long while, and I'm at the tier where like he reads out the patron names, like big thanks to this guy and this guy and this guy, and he has yet to pronounce my name correctly. He keeps calling it finicky. And I even went into his Discord and was like, hey, Jeremy, I just wanted to give you like a nice heads up. It's actually pronounced this way. And I did it. And then he kept getting it wrong. He like thought I was trying to say, oh, you meant finicky, not finicky. And he's like, no, oh, you're so close. So I'm a patron of his. And he actually recently did a new tier where you can do a one-shot with him once a month. And so last night, I finally got to play that one shot with him. And he starts out like he hears everybody talking. And he goes like, by the way, Finicky, your mic sounds amazing. And I go, thank you. Also, now's a good time to tell you. It's Finichi. You said it wrong every time. And we just fucking died laughing.
You should have said, my name is just Just say it like a French person would say it.
Fenici. No, Italian. Fenici.
Finici.
That's all right.
Fenici.
My bad, my bad. My bad.
Remember, as long as you're doing it with
That
the
would've
hand,
gotten
then
me.
it's correct. You gotta do it with the hands.
I hate
With
that I
the
actually
hand.
did it with the hand.
So did I.
It's
Like,
the only way to do it.
Oh my god. Beto, are you there? You're muted. Beto, can you hear me?
Hey, Burb, don't you be asking the fucking chat what to do?
How
What?
must we make them suffer?
No.
Burb, I just got this new art. Please don't kill Amaris.
Here's the poll. Should I throw the Demogorgon at them again, or maybe Pazuzu? Or you know what? Maybe I should, like, throw them to the ninth layer of hell. Oh, and look, we already have fucking Civilian and fucking Delphi. Come on. I thought you guys liked us.
So sad.
I stream up full screen. Listen, okay? You're behind. I already made it full screen. Beto just sent a fucking screenshot saying, why isn't the stream full screen?
Alright, chat decided. Murder time.
Oh my god. Start
I
a
forget.
poll.
Did we level up?
Rocks fall
No.
and everyone dies. Rocks
No.
fall and everyone dies.
Alright.
No, right?
Is
Yeah.
everybody... No, you guys are still level 4, and you'll be level 4 for the entire campaign. Are we good to start?
Yeah.
Wait, did we just take it to
Well,
level 5? Sweet.
actually-
All right, I'm leveling myself up.
Every time you ask if we level up, I delay your level up by 5 seconds.
I
so
didn't
just keep that in mind.
ask. I'm just gonna do it.
We're no longer asking permission for levels. We the people take them by force.
This is strange. I don't know what to do when they assert themselves like this. This is usually I'm in control.
We've got them on the ropes.
Uh-oh. Foundry's fucking
Are we
with
ready
me.
to start?
Yeah.
I am ready. I'm just
Yes.
having the technical difficulties of Foundry doesn't want to work today.
Technicality. All right. So last session, you guys tried last session.
Don't say that's so. You guys tried, but you failed.
And
Hmm.
it's commendable that you did. With the odds stacked against your group, you all tried. Multiple ways to save Schloop de Boop, to save the people you care about. To do what you guys think was best. You guys tried. Unfortunately, not everything went your way. And while for a brief moment throughout all this chaos, you thought you had saved an extra life, you did not realize that the cost of saving another friend was a friend. To make sure that Jim Jar, that Eldeth, made it to the boat, Glubagul fell. Now, it's not up to me to weigh the value of these lives for your group. If Eldeth and Jim Jar were truly worth the sacrifice of Glubagul, only your group knows that. wasn't the only life that was weighed. Shushar, a pacifist, a father, a guide, continued to do what he had done best for Rainy. Just give her the best chance possible. Given the choice of taking the hand of the Spider Queen to save, or to take her chances with the Demogorgon, Iranian, you almost took that hand. A chance at saving your friends at the cost of yourself, the things that make you who you are. Memories, precious memories. To give them a fighting chance, you would risk giving the Spider Queen a chance at the material plate again. But your father wouldn't allow this. And one final act of selfless love, he asks you to trust him, asks you to believe in him, and asks you to make the promise to one day take Koichi to the surface. With this, Shushar stays behind, commanding you, Arania, to run. A spell taking hold, you cannot help but watch your legs take one step after another, moving forward. Kitsaris running to your side and continuing to pull you along to make sure you are not caught up in the rage and the wrath of the Demogorgon, the Prince of Demons. And for the first time in his life, Shushar lifts a weapon. Not to hurt, but to protect. But Shushar gaining the attention of the Demogorgon, it gives you, Arania, and Kitsaris escape for but a brief moment. And then you hear that horn ring. The massive conch shell located at Shluptaboop, used for emergencies. The ringing reverberates across the entirety of Darklake, gaining the attention of the Prince of Demons. No longer focused on the two of you, it wades through the waters, making its way to town. Merrick, one final act, bleeding out, blows on the horn so that you might get a chance at escape. I assume all of you are now running, getting out of here. You know what you're up against. You've seen what it has taken from you now. Some say it would be foolish to stick around and try to save more. What else would you lose if you were to do so? Yeah. Kit, it is your pair first. You guys are running, moving the opposite direction you should do. It is your choice if you want to look back and watch the carnage unfold. Perhaps see what else this thing is taking from you. So that in the future, if you do encounter this beast again, you might use that as fuel to help you in your fight. Or you could turn away. Look away from all this senseless carnage. Spare yourself the view. Off in the distance, to the west, you see a singular boat sailing off. You see familiar shapes on that boat. Tired, beaten down, but alive. What are the both of you doing?
If we are still heading towards the one cave that we know is safe, Arania would let Kit pull her along, but she is looking back to watch as the rest of her town is destroyed.
Yeah, Kid is focused on what's ahead. He already knows that whatever's behind us is horrible, so no need to look again.
Right, and it truly is, in every sense of the word, senseless and needless carnage arraignment. You watch everything that had been built from the ground up, the effort it took, the care, the love that took to build such a place. You know how much time and dedication was needed to build something called a home. And yet it's so easily taken away. To the Prince of Demons, there is no effort, there is no care or love, just destruction. Huts and buildings torn asunder, crushed underfoot. People not given a fighting chance. The screams, the terror. This is a sight that will not leave your mind for a very long time. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, Arin.
It might help if I have my character sheet open.
What we need does.
No, we make up our stats on the go now, so it's fine. 21. Kid's got a
Jesus
point.
Christ.
It's not the one looking back. Arania is, so
Can't forget it, but I
Does
don't
not
see
apply
it.
to you. Kit continues to drag you along towards that passageway. Away from home. Away from your newfound family. Away from Koichi.
I think at this point, Arania is just kind of letting Kit lead. Like, she's not even pointing out directions anymore. She's just falling behind him crying.
Kit, you are leading Arania forward. You yourself don't know where you're going. You're just following this pathway. She pointed it out to you. It's a place of safety. You're just continuing on forward. Is there anything you both would like to do?
Not at the moment.
Yeah. Just make sure to, if I could roll perception, just to keep an active ear and eyes, if anything around us.
Sure, make me a perception check. You try and take note of your surroundings. But it's hard to focus when there's that pang in your chest. When the person behind you that you are leading is crying. Grief. The pain expression on their face. You look around, but your eyes can't help but linger and take note of Iranian's expressions. You still try. On the other side of things, as a flyer from Mars, you are on the boat, the ferry, continuing onwards. You spot the Demogorgon as you are sailing away. You had seen the guiding bolt of Arania take its attention. As you were sailing, you all could not help but watch as the Demogorgon, the Prince of Demons, chased after, Kit joining soon after, trying to take its attention. You watched this scene play out as certain moments, as if something had taken control of the both of them, they would, instead of running away, step towards the Prince of Demons. You didn't know what to do. And then you watched Arania just run, leave. Shushar staying behind, a weapon in hand. You watched Shushar's light flicker out. The sound of that horn, the Demogorgon's attention taken, as the two flee into a cavern passageway, one of the smaller rivers that connect parts of Darklake. If your companions are too broken and tired to do anything, they just sit on the boat, hands on their faces, exhausted, broken down. They had just gone through such an ordeal and are lucky to be alive, but at the same time, the things they've seen, the things you've seen, will change any person. What are you guys doing?
Everyone's conscious, at least. Everybody's safe for the moment.
Yes.
Looking out, I know that a lot of Kuatoa were also kind of escaping that way, per Amaris, like trying to lead them around the Demogorgon instead of towards what she believed could be more demons. Do I see any that have like swam and made it to safety? Any group that has started to gather of survivors?
Make me a perception check.
I think as she starts to look, she would actually actively go over. Basil, could I give me a hand? And she'll ask for guidance on this one.
You see Basil, he's at the back of the boat, and he was probably the one that was like watching Glabagul fighting the priestess, and he honestly doesn't believe what he saw. He saw Glabagul's last moments, and he looks down at his hand, which is slightly trembling, before loudly stamping his boot into the bottom of the boat, almost in like a rage, as he whispers to himself, "If only I had been younger." And he'll turn to you and doesn't really meet your gaze, but does give you a guidance.
I think if he's not meeting her gaze, then he's likely looking down, right?
Yeah, but it's probably either at the water or the side of the boat.
If he did, he may for a moment believe that we were under maybe some stalactites, some part of the cave where moisture from the surface had begun to drip down What he is not seeing is that it is taking every bit of Amaris to just speak, but the tears are flowing. She's unable to stop them in this moment, and she's just trying to fight through them. That's actually why she was asking for the guidance. Said perception. Okay. And you know what? Fuck it. We'll use the inspiration as well. Then the...
That's a dirty 20.
No, that's a 13 or 17.
Oh, I thought you could use inspiration too.
I did. That's the D6.
Oh,
I have a +0 to perception.
I was reading. I was taking the dice and gotcha. So 17.
You scan the surroundings once, trying to take note of any Kuto that might have made it out. See some Kutos swimming across the surface. The far distance you see boats, ferries, carrying several Kuto across the lake.
Mars will point that out. Talk to oh god, what is his name? I'm so sorry. The ferryman.
Double trip?
The boatman that's taking us.
Triple trip.
Trickle trip. There we go. Sorry. It was cutting off a little bit there. She'll point that out to Trickle Trip and sort of just silently motion to try and make their way towards them. I think for the moment she's just going to continue standing, trying to just be vigilant around. She has her sword ready in case there's any danger, but she's also thinking about the hook horror, realizing that she had trouble because it knew that what her feel, she's of no help to try and raise anybody up because it would not be showing on her face.
You point towards that direction. A somber moment, reeling, taking all of this in. And yet in a moment where if you can take the time to process, you can't. Several Pluto that swim across the surface disappear one by one,
Shit.
dragged beneath the surface. Boats, for the most part, are still fine, but you know there are things in this lake that have taken advantage of this chaos. The lake itself has been disturbed, and whatever creatures were lurking beneath it are now awake, active, taking this chance, this opportunity to satiate their hunger, their greed, what have you.
Do I see a shore anywhere that, like, is far enough and not convenient for any demons to follow if there were any back there that I could signal for people to start like making their way towards instead of crossing the Darklake.
I mean, you guys are fairly close to the edge of the lake still. Not towards the town, but towards the western side of it. Say a good 500, 600 feet away. But it's open space. If you want to gesture towards that direction, that's your call to make. You're not quite sure how safe it'll be there than in the water.
Do I see any that are still swimming, like not in a boat?
Yes, several.
Okay.
But they are scattered all across. Some are still behind you, others way ahead of you.
I think are the boats ahead just filled to the brim, or do any of them have any kind of like room that they could pick up a few extras if they were let know of their
They are filled to the brim.
Maris will look to clusters, like whatever the biggest groups are of swimming Kuatoa, and she will press her hand to her earring and cast message to whichever one looks like the ones that are leading each group. And I think she would just go through and message each of them. The lake is disturbed. Swim to shore. It may be safer. Only swim out of necessity as a last resort. I'm sorry.
See some of them heed your advice. Start swimming to shore, others confused by a sudden message. Just continue to swim faster. Throughout all of this, Basil and Omaris, you can't help but hear the only other voice in the ship. Sobbing, crying.
Is it Koishi?
Oh, T-Liar.
Okay.
I want my mom.
She'll be okay.
I want my mom. I want my mom.
Liar will be very uncomfortably I don't know what to do, but it's just kind of like petting them and being like, it's okay, it's okay. Your mom is the strongest spider woman I've ever met. And you are the second strongest spider, little whatever you are, I've ever met as well. We're going to be safe. We're going to make it to the shore. And then we're going to wait for her, okay?
No. She promised she'd never leave me. She promised.
Sometimes adults make promises that they mean to keep but can't. But I I think she'll be here soon. We'll wait together. I want you to count your toes and count your fingers, okay?
There's no response, just curling up into a ball and continues crying quietly, still calling out for his mother.
Having an existential crisis because he doesn't have toes.
Just a like one. Lyra will just kind of like scoop them up a little bit and just hold them close. Like, it's all right. I told your mom I would keep you safe, and that's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna get away from whatever the hell that is. And we're not going to put you in danger.
There's still no response. He's
It's okay.
just
It's okay. They're gonna
triple trip. Go
do a
ahead.
little like just a humming performance, just to like make some soothing sound around them. Is it okay if I roll performance?
Go for it, please.
Great humming.
22. You start humming, trying to soothe. The tune doesn't make it that far past the ferry. You watch as it through the dark, murky waters. Several of you are sat in that boat, standing, looking off into the distance. As the scene of Schloop the Boot burns behind you. His tiny little hand reaches out for yours, like as he pulls it closer, as if to give it a hug, as you continue humming your melody. But slow, he cries himself to sleep. Triple Trip looks back to your group. Right. Which way are we going? Are we finally regrouping with the rest of the boats? Are we moving our way to shore? What are we doing?
The shore is dangerous. It's only safer for them because they're
Sure
not
as hell.
boats.
We need to find somewhere to meet up with the rest of the group. I am sure that Arania and Kitsaris are still alive.
Troubleship, you must know these waters. Where can we all meet in safety, relative safety?
And if the waters are dangerous, disturbed like they are now, gods, the things that would come out of the water. The best bet is probably to try and sail at full speed to the next bastion of civilization Grego's still going. If you want, take one of the winding rivers off to the sides. So much harder to traverse and less dangerous folk make their way there.
It's less dangerous what, sorry?
Folk.
Less dangerous folk, okay. Will the others be able to traverse it as well?
And if their ferryman was as skilled as I am, yes.
All right. I'll signal for them to follow. Can you lead the way?
I do, but on the other side of the lake. It's quite a journey. If anything comes into the boat, I need you to defend it.
So I may be misunderstanding. Are we crossing the lake or are we going down one of the winding rivers?
The winding river he wants to lead you across is across the lake on the other side.
Okay. All right. We should at least gather the others. Or do you think that's... Do I see any of the Kuatoa that have made it to the shore?
Yeah, you see a few.
Okay. She'll send a message to one saying, make for Gracklstock. The lake is disturbed. Stay together. Be each other's strength. And then she will send the last message to one of the boats that is in the other group, just letting them know to gather near ours so we can make the trek.
Make me a persuasion check.
Oh boy. Yeah, I shouldn't have used that inspiration. Persuasion. Here we go. Okay. Dirty 20.
With that 20, you watch as several of those ships begin to turn and head towards the direction of Triple Trip's ferry. After a few moments, you find yourself surrounded by 4 other ferries, each filled to the brim with kuatoa. All of them expectantly looking at your group. Expecting, hoping, praying that you will lead them to safety.
I think gonna make a save here really quick. Amaris would try and steel herself. She has very little left. She can't look heroic. She can't look as much of a beacon as she was in the city, but she can stand. She can look at each of them, and she can put a hand on Basil's shoulder, on Liar's, and say to the boat, "We have to be their light. As dim as it may be, we have to. I can't do it alone, so please help."
All right.
She'll nod to them. 4. Turning back to the other boats and letting them know the plan. Cross Darklake. Get to the winding river. Get to Gracklestuck. And I think the last thing she says under her breath, just enough for the boat to hear, just warn them. Tell them what's coming. Looking off the boats that didn't join us, she'll actually ask Triple Chip, based on their heading, where do they look like they're just going?
Tough to say. It's still the general direction of Gracklestuck, but
More harrowing.
they're testing a look in the waters.
She'll nod. And she'll look over to Basil. Do you see them? Any sign of Aranio? Or Kit? Anyone else?
You're asking the 328-year-old eyes?
Eyes that have been in this dock, I haven't. Not for some time.
Let me see what I can do. And Basil's gonna try and peer into the darkness, squint his eyes, and figure out if he can see any shades of pink, which are obviously gonna be not very common down here.
Make me a perception check.
Also, you say that, but bioluminescence.
It's been more than 10 minutes, right? I'm not shining like a diamond.
Shine bright like a
A
diamond.
diamond.
That's a 15.
15. No, it's been a bit more than that at this point. To a degree, it wasn't that difficult. After all, throughout the chaos of the Demogorgon, you were watching Arania and her struggle, what you thought might have been her sacrifice to draw the Demogorgon away. You watched as she was dragged into one of the winding rivers, one of the smaller caves. So you know, in general, which direction she was going, but once they had entered that winding river, you lost sight of her.
Triple trip. The river they went down. Where does it lead out?
That's one of the other winding rivers. Although that one doesn't lead back to the lake, that leads to Neverlight Grove.
Is it safer?
Not too sure. Don't really interact with him that much. Colony of Myconid. They usually very isolated. Not many people visit. Not many of them leave the grove itself.
But logically, if they ran down that way, there's no real way that they would find their way back to us.
From what I can tell.
And I am tapped on message. Is there anywhere they intersect? The rivers?
I'll need to talk with some of the ferrymen on the other boats. See if anyone took a map with them. A map of any of the rivers we've marked out.
All right. Cracklestuck seems the safest, but we can't just let them run off. And Mars is like doing everything she can to just not look down to Quaishi. She knows she can. That'll break her. We need to reunite them.
Look, Irania has done a lot for us, for our town. You tell us to chase after her, we will.
Morris,
Right
thanks.
away. We will take that chance. As it stands, she needs you. She needs people. She cannot be alone in all this.
She has Kit, but I don't know if it's enough. Morris will think for a moment before. Stool connects mentally, right? Like through the spores.
Yeah.
She'll think towards Stool once again. I think Stool and Koishi are kind of like in Lyre's lap, I assume.
Yeah.
So once again, just can't look down at Stool, but will think. Stool.
Yeah.
Your people. Neverlight Grove. Do you know if it's safe?
Yeah. It's home. That's where I'm from. It's safe there. I can bring you there if you'd like.
Could they? Through the earth. Could they get a message out?
I'm not sure. I don't know. If I say yes, will you bring me home?
Oh,
That's a rough one.
fuck, man. Ugh. She'll look to the party. Look to Eldith and Seraph and Ront. Crackle stuff. Crackle stuff might be safer. More direct. But Neverlight Grove is Stool's home, and it's where Arania and Kit are both headed. What do you all think?
Has Basil heard anything about this place?
Neverlight Grove?
Mm-hmm.
Make me a history check.
It's an 11.
11. With an 11, you've heard of its name, but very much like what Triple Trip said, this wasn't a place that reached out to other communities. This was a very much an isolated part of the Underdark. They kept to themselves, didn't really interact with anybody else.
But he hasn't heard of, like, oh, if you go to this place, you'll be violently murdered.
Oh, nothing of the sort.
Surprisingly, no, that's Crackle stuff. No.
Yeah, it's Cracklestug.
Well, the other option's not the greatest thing in the world. And if it's going to get us back together, might as well. Can't say I'm happy about it. There's could be some problems down the line. But if it is what it is, then it is what it is.
Let's see if Triple Trip finds any intersections. We may be able to still meet with them and decide. I think Neverlight Grove is still... It's on the way, no matter what. But we have to warn others.
You continue sailing towards that direction, and a few moments later, you watch some of the ferries begin to start sailing side by side. Triple Trip starts speaking with some of the Koto and the other boats. One of them takes out some sort of parchment, although it looks like it's made out of fish skin. He starts looking through it, running his finger through roughly drawn on lines. It doesn't make any sense if you're just kind of glancing at it. Right, yes, right. So here's some news. The path they've taken. Our boats eventually will not be able to fit. That is the only path to Neverlight Grove that one of the only natural tunnels that will fit people. And the other passageway to Neverlight Grove is narrow. And unfortunately, that's the only path to Neverlight Grove. It doesn't split off into another path. It doesn't connect with anything else. It's just a singular path down the grove.
We have no way of reaching out to them. Remind me, Burb. Neverlight Grove is how far from Gracklstuck?
Gracklestug to Neverlight Grove is 12 days.
12
roughly.
days.
Taking, by the way, is a long and winding one. Doesn't veer off into any direction. It just continues and snakes forward. The path to the grove is much further than Gracklestug. Triple Trip lets you know that that's roughly 23, 25, you're not sure, many days.
And it'd be roughly the same amount of time to just go to Gracklstuck and then go to Neverlight Grove. I assume.
From Schlutgroup to Gracklestug is
yeah.
around 28 days.
Oh, so they're both far.
These are both about almost a month long travel. These are no easy treks.
Laya, what do you think?
I mean, if I understand correctly, Neverlight Grove is where Stool came from, and Stool is adorable, so that seems like a safe place. Right?
All right. She'll look to wait. Does the river or like a water source keep going to Neverlight Grove, or will we have to get out of the boats at some point?
At a certain point, you will have to get out of that boat because the passageway narrows enough so that a boat won't be able to fit it, but people can pass through it.
And there will still be some level of water, though.
You assume, yeah.
Okay. I don't know how fish people work, but I assume they need some water. All right. I think the vote's been made. She'll kind of look back to the others that she already told to go to Cracklestuck. It's like, oh. They'll get the message there.
Your path is set. You are following the Iranian kid and sailing towards the path to Neverlight Grove.
I think so.
You continue onward, sailing through the lake. At this point, you're far enough away that Schluterloop is nothing but a shape in the horizon. It's been long enough that all you see in the distance is just its remains. At a certain point, concerned with the safety of the people around you are just shell-shocked, lost. Your attention turned away from the Prince of Demons. He's not there anymore. And you're not sure where he went. He's lurking somewhere in the Underdark now. Perhaps finding something else to destroy, but you see creatures flying overhead. Diving down into the remains of town. Flying back up with something in their hands. More demons. Called in by their prince. More and more dangerous as time goes on. Rainier.
Yeah.
Both up to.
Is Burp cutting out
didn't
for anybody else?
Catch that? I didn't hear.
What are you both up to? Sorry. Yeah, my bad.
I mean, I think it's gonna be very hard for Kid to smell kosher with all the burning and dead fish. but I could try. And I smell that
Go ahead, make me a
perfume
perception check.
that Liar uses all the time, right, Liar?
Yeah.
But you don't remember Liar, though.
Oh no.
Ah, I don't remember Koichi.
Well, you
No,
met
but
Liar.
Koichi should smell like Arania.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
did meet
remember-
Liar. I did meet Liar.
On the beach.
I met
after you
everybody.
Yes, because you made it
I've
back
met
to the house
everybody.
before shit went
Yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
So nice to meet these people. Fucking hell, that stench.
Smell like fish. Damn.
You stink. 20. Dirty 20.
With a 20, you are able to smell or catch the scent of Koishi. Although there's only one direction it can come from, it's behind you guys.
I think after a few minutes.
Ooh,
Ruh-roh.
Oh, sorry about that.
Rest in peace, Bird.
It's like
Yeah.
I can still hear him to this day.
Hey, I'm still here.
I think after a few minutes of running, Arania would like pull on her hand to get Kit to slow down.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Can
hard.
we stop for a few minutes, please?
Yeah.
I think the danger is far enough behind us. We should be all right here.
Okay. You okay?
She doesn't answer. Just more of wipes her face with her hand and then wipes her hand on her dress and just shakes her head no. Are you?
Have to.
Have to?
Yes. He comes closer and just sits next to her.
Why did you come back? You were supposed to take my father to the boats.
Yes, but don't know. Wanted to keep you safe.
I understand. But in keeping me safe, Kit, I've lost something else that is dear to me.
Mm.
I don't... Does Arania know where this tunnel leads?
You can make me a history check.
History. So 0. It's 12.
I would say in this instance, no.
Don't know where this tunnel leads. I know that before we were talking about going to Garglestock, I think it was. What would you like to do?
Hmm.
We've got to meet up with him at some point. Quishy is probably crying his eyes out.
Yeah. He needs you. That's right. Your life. And I don't know. Don't remember talking crackle shucks.
Well, either way, I think maybe we should go a little farther just to get away from the remains of Shtubdaboob. Find some place safe and rest up before we continue on.
Okay. He grabs some dirt in his hand and he casts Goodberry and tries to give Arania some. Here. eat.
Arania will hold out like both hands, cupping them. Like she's holding something precious. And she'll just look at it and then look back to Kit. You know, her lips will tremble a little bit, and then she'll pull it in close to her chest. Thank you. I will eat one and save the rest.
Okay.
Are you all
So,
resting?
I think we'll find a safe spot first.
And before we go, since we can't see the prince, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do here is let's see. Um yeah, I just hurled I cast produce flame and I just hurled a flame 60 feet in the air just in case to see if anybody sees it. That just as a signal that somebody's alive. That might not be high enough, but
All right. You send that flare upwards. Nothing seems to take note of it, though. Still relatively quiet. You're not quite sure if... I mean, I'll leave it up to you. The silence here. Not sure if it's a blessing or a curse.
he sighs and he then he uses druidcraft to make a nearby flower bloom and he'll look at Rainy and hand it to her and say, this hope, keep it close. Let's go.
Thank you. What are you hoping to catch someone's attention with that?
Alert, maybe. Demon nowhere, so your friends.
It is a good idea. Should we put something higher up in the cave?
Could try. Look
How
up anywhere. Oh well, you could climb easily.
Yeah. How tall is the ceiling currently where we're at?
Right here, it's about 40 feet.
And your firebolt went to what, 60 feet?
60 feet, yeah.
So that would have been hitting the top of the cave and no one's seen it.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll make a splash. Like a flare. Fireworks.
Yeah, you hit the ceiling, rocks fall, you're all dead.
Damn it, this is your fault. No, we survived the fucking run-in with the monster, and you kill us.
Yeah, at least we didn't die by the demon's hands. We died by our own hands.
I choose how I go.
Yeah, well, moving ahead, I'll try to find a safe spot to at least sit for an hour because adrenaline is super high right now. Emotion is super high right now.
If
Kit
you're going
definitely
to
has the wisdom to know that we need to come down for a little bit.
be going ahead, take this with you. And she'll give you the vigilante's vigilance blessing, whatever the fuck it's called. Case we get into any more combat.
Sure.
And she'll also share with you the, I think, like 300 feet of dark vision. Go forth, my scouts. Tell me what you see in the dark.
What do your elf
I don't know why,
eyes
Bird, but
see?
it keeps changing my blind sight to 30. I'm sure I'm not cheating. It's just doing it by itself.
Should be
A
66.
likely story.
It should be 10, I think.
10?
Yeah,
Oh.
let me check.
Uh,
No, if you want to
there
give me
might be
60, just give me 60, baby.
I mean, I'll take it. I won't turn that down.
there you go. Fixed.
Nice.
You're now normal again. You
Ah!
know.
Quick, do a test roll. Make sure
Yeah,
you still
look,
get constant at 20s.
Right now I'll roll a 920. I'll make a survival check or something, just or perception. I don't know. To find a safe spot.
Sure, we'll do survival here.
Let's get that 920 real quick.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Natural 20
Good thing it's opposite day.
for a
That's odd.
60. I got a 60. The
I
zero's
mean,
not appearing.
maybe Finn was right. Maybe people can't count that high, and this might be a 20. I'm not sure.
Yeah. This is a D10
Hmm.
system, right?
Indeed. We're also operating by golf rules, so the lowest number wins.
Let's go. I broke the game.
Call that a Burby.
You start scouting. Looking around for any spots that might provide you modicum of safety, bit of reprieve.
And I suddenly lose 20 feet of blind sight. Oh, I don't know where we are.
All
right,
I'm
yeah.
normal again.
Where did you go?
You find a spot. looks relatively safe.
I don't like how you said that. Your voice got darker.
Well, I'm only telling you what you see.
How high is the ceiling here?
Ceiling here looks like it goes up to about 30 feet.
If you're not opposed to it, I'd rather not spend the night on the ground.
Hmm. Do you know it's safe?
On the ground?
No, area.
I can take a
Looks safe
look.
to me.
I would assume it was. You're the outdoorsman.
You live here.
Fair. Can I take a look around? Can I take a look around and see if it looks safe?
You're the endorsement. This is your house, bitch. What are you talking about endorsement?
Technically, my house is currently in flames, okay? This is the equivalent to being out in the wild.
This entire conversation is beautiful. Make an investigation check.
Investigation? No, I'm not good at those. I lied. I'm good at those.
It was perception until your house burned down, and then now it became investigation.
Yeah. You've become really great at distinguishing fires.
Oh,
I hate this.
Oh my God. She knows what kind of Yucatoa is burning. Oh, that's the best one.
did you say Ukatoa?
Toa.
Ukatoa.
Kuotoa.
There we go. I
Same shit.
think there's a sea god burning.
Interesting. $18. With an 18, Aranya, you, for the most part, can recognize its relative safety. However, there are some parts that make you a bit skeptical. The place is lush with life, with greenery that should not be common in the Underdark.
So as far as creatures, it looks very safe. I would not recommend touching or eating any of the plants' life. Not yet. And I suppose one of us will have to go look at it though for food. Unless you happen to have any on you.
Berries.
Yes, the berries are nice and they fill you up, but they're still not a meal and... You're right. Never mind.
Good diet. Look at my abs.
Yes, you do have very good abs.
Very good.
I was hoping for the comforts of a warm meal. That is all. I will.
Awkward laughs.
Kit, thank you. And she'll just lean over and give him a hug. I am going to go make us someplace to sleep for the night.
Okay.
And she'll take a few minutes to go build a little like cocoon nest for them.
You gotta start a fire. Pretty easily around here since everything's burning. So
Jesus.
Jeez, Louis.
It's not even been 24 hours.
You start setting up a place to rest. Start a fire to keep warm.
Irania's cocoon is on the ceiling, by the way.
Good to know. And you begin the process of setting up camp for the evening. Trying to find relatives safely. Safety. Trying to find comfort where you can. It doesn't take that long for you to set up everything you need to. Although for the first time in a long time, as you finish setting up camp, you look around you and can't help but feel empty. There's no smell of delicious food cooking or stories being told. Perhaps even some dancing and singing. It's lacking. Lacking that connection you've made with others, the friendships you've forged. If you want to, even the family you found. But I guess for this moment it might just be enough. Some rest, some quiet, some time to breathe, some time to think. Is there anything else you would like to do?
I think after the fire's going, Irania would just crawl up into her nest / cocoon thing. And just kind of looking off into space. Occasionally a bout of tears will overtake her as she recalls scenes from earlier in the day. And after a bit, I think she would take out her weaver's tools and the shawl that's not done. And she'd start working on that while occasionally like glancing down to look at Kit And thinking about Koishi and Stool.
All right. Kit, what about you?
um, before he heads to sleep, um, he just ponders, thinking if there was anything could have done to help more people. Um, and worry about Arania. She lost her home, and we don't know where her kid is. And I'm not worried about the others because I don't know them like that. So I saw them for a few minutes. And I place a little fox fire charm to have a little firefox moving around. We're really bad browser, but great magic item.
Boo.
And
Yeah, I'll say it. You deserve that natural one.
Shit.
I put down my Opera GX charm.
I use Edge.
it's
You Edge? I don't think I want to know that.
a charm. Look at that. They changed the name to Foxfire because they knew.
10 days later, like somebody goes to the same spot and puts down an Internet Explorer charm. It's the stupidest joke I've made for a while. Sorry, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And
Rock's called You're Dead. Just you specifically.
I'm okay with that. Yep. It's deserved.
one rock. And just trying to make things calmer and feel a little safer. I also cast Druidcraft sensory effect and create a spectral dancing fairies. If there's water here on the water sense, trying to draw attention away from the cocoon. And after some meditation, then he would just go back, climb up there, see if it's okay.
Irene wouldn't even say anything. Like, as soon as Kit's head pops up, she scoots over and pats the spot next to her.
He goes and lays there.
I think Arania would just kind of like with Lyre, where she sprawls out and her legs go over the top of him, just kind of acting like a cage. And she just will keep an eye out. And she's probably not doing much sleeping that night.
Moving on to the rest of the group. You continue sailing through that pathway alongside several Kuatoa fairies.
I won't lie,
The
for like
entire
half a moment you
Go
said Kuatoa fairies, and I was just imagining like pixie Kuatoa.
That is your wish.
you have inspiration?
Yeah.
Here's some inspiration.
Sounds like Adam Sandler from that one lizard movie.
Oh my god.
So I give it to someone else if I already have it?
Mhm.
Let's do Arania. You need come to us. Your baby needs you.
I'm tired of
Believe me,
babysitting.
I plan on it.
I was talking about me, but also Koshi.
You're on fire today.
Thank you.
Yeah, right. God, man.
I mean, hey,
No,
you
sorry.
know,
Shoot
Arania
the
done
boobs
Looks
on
said
fire
like the
before.
rest
My
of the
bad, my bad,
town.
my bad. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Arania's done said it before. She needs enough kids so she can open an orphanage. We could say you're a kid. It's okay.
Jesus Christ.
Yay.
Mom, I don't want to have to order off the fucking kids menu at Denny's. I'm 21.
No, you're 4.
Smack.
That's a 4-year-old's beard.
It's quiet for the entirety of the journey. Nobody speaks. The only sounds you can hear are the sniffling of several other Kuatoa and the quiet crying of Koishi. Eldith, looking around, eventually just stares off into a corner, blankly. Just going, it should have been me. It should have been me. Not Krabakul. Me.
I
It's over and
mean,
done with. Oh.
no, you go ahead.
It's over and done with. Baba Ghoul gave his quite strange but nonetheless endearing existence to keep us safe. And we should respect that. Not
But he
dwell
was
on
already safe. He was already on the boat.
and
Now it's on me that he's gone.
no. He chose it. And we need to respect his decision to do so. He was stronger than any of us, and he knew that. I'd like to think that we gave him a little bit of fun, and to thank us, he let us get away. It's a hard thing to lose somebody. I know that all too well. And I'm still beating myself up that I couldn't do much more than just heal him a little bit. But life will go on. And because of that gelatinous cube of a man, more lives will go on. Thanks to him. And so we must not blame ourselves. We must not think of what could have been. we must not curse the fact that we could have been stronger. We give thanks that he was. We need to celebrate the name Glabagul. And so, I will be the first one to do so.
And Basil will plaster a huge smile on his face as he uncaps a bottle of mead and pours it into his mug.
To Glabagul, the finest gelatinous cube that this Underdark will ever see.
And you'll hold the mug up in the air.
Yes. To the adorable cube thing. He will be missed at the club.
Eldeth raises her fist up into the air as well. Glabagul. Sereth kind of slowly getting up, still in pain, leaning against the edge of the ferry. Also raises a hand up. To Merrick and Bob. Those guys were amazing. I only knew them for a short time, but that friendship was real.
Amaris, your turn.
She takes a moment. Like she's trying to pick a name. She'll just slowly kind of like raise her hand that's holding the sword, just barely. To all who we've lost, and who will meet again.
Everyone follows suit, each giving out a name. Kotor naming out friends, family, those they've lost. Till eventually all fairies just have their arms raised into the air in honor and remembrance.
And while I have not yet to make the song, I think Basil will begin to sing the same song that he sang when the caverns had collapsed and everyone was beginning to fray. A song of family and joy and remembrance for those who are no longer here, but are still loved and thought about, and will always be in the hearts of those who remember.
You continue to sing that song as eventually the fairies now begin to enter into this cavern, into this winding river towards the Neverlight Grove. Trying to find a way to reunite with Orania and Kit. As you now begin the process of entering into that winding river. Let's go ahead and take 5, guys.
Oh,
Water,
Woo!
bio break, breathe, and be back in 5.
Sounds good.
Jesus.
Alrighty, guys. See you in 5.
See y'all in 5.
5.
5.
You got the first half. The second half's actually on our Patreon.
Listen, you joke about that, but like, legitimately, I had the thought of, oh no, I can't miss a session. Because if I miss a session, there's no stream.
Well, you've done this to yourself.
I know. I'm gonna have to like send somebody my OBS setup and just be like, hey, if I can't stream, here you go, have my passwords, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find a random person to play Arania, and then that's just what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Oh my
Mars.
God.
What was that?
Oh, sorry, Amaris. My bad.
A random
has to
person
play
off the
Okay.
Amaris
just
now.
replace them with Jazz.
If any of you are missing, I will find a random person to play your character, except for Kitsaris.
Fucking have Ishii do it.
Oh my God.
Deal. If any of you are missing,
I'm absolutely happy. Give Ishii my character sheet. I'm all for it. I would love watching fucking Ishii play Basil.
all right, deal. If you're missing, Ishii comes in.
Oh God.
Sounds good.
I have been summoned.
I was telling Verb, if I ever get really sick, I'm giving full permission to give Basil to you, and you can play in place of me.
but
And anything you do is canon.
but you have to play from chat. So like just fucking Basil jumps off the cliff into Twitch chat.
Deal. The bargain has been struck. You have sealed your fate.
It's Twitch plays D&D. Oh my God. That would be a nightmare, but I could see it happen.
All right, everybody, ready to die?
Yes.
Sorry, play D&D. My bad. I get the two mixed up from time to time.
Yeah, it's practically the same thing, truly.
All right. So, continuing onwards, those of you in the ferry, celebrate. Remember those you've lost. Following this winding river until eventually you spot something. There's a corner in this passageway that seems to have, if I'm not mistaken, Katsaris, you didn't try to conceal the fire, right? The fire is just going.
Yeah, drawing away attention from the cocoon and the ceiling.
Your group spots a fire.
There's a little fox moving around that its job is to keep the fire going too. So
But we didn't start it. It was always
No, you
burning.
didn't start the fire.
Mm.
It was already burning from the Demogorgon.
Okay,
Wait, so we take a
Vrock's
short
fall.
rest here?
Roll initiative.
Me and Arania take a short rest, or
No, not yet.
okay.
But we see this fire.
Yes, you see the fire.
And I say fire.
That could be them. It has to be them. Have we seen this foxfire thing before? I think we have, right?
No.
No. Okay.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Is it close enough that like yelling up to it wouldn't be like fucking alerting the entirety of the cave?
Kip, would it? You were the one who placed this fire. Is it close enough to shore, or?
Yeah, far away that it won't go out, but yeah, maybe like 10 feet from shore. 10,
There you have
15
it,
feet.
Amonis.
Yeah.
Prania? Kit? She's
No,
just
you
gonna
have to
call
ask
her.
Arania where she put the cocoon. That I can't tell you.
And like the farthest point from view of the river.
She'll call out, hoping their voice reaches them.
Would Arania hear her?
I'd say so.
Amaris? She'll like pop her head out of the cocoon looking down. Amaris, is it you?
She'll immediately look to Triple Chip. More here, more here.
She'll
Don't be
look down
stupid.
at Kit and shake the fuck out of him. Wake up. Wake up. We have company. Our friends, they're here.
Your friends.
How
I'll
are
sh-
our friends?
Also your kid.
Yeah. Liar will be like, Koishi, look, and just like hold him up, and it's like, kind of like shaking him like a little bit, just like,
Don't shake the baby.
it's alive.
Please don't. Yeah, speaking of, after that, she'll stick her head back at the thing and look around specifically for Liar.
Damn, I'm just chopped fucking liver.
Hey, Amaris is the one who called out, and Liar is the one with her kids.
Yeah.
And I don't know any of you, so fuck.
Well, I'm the one with the food.
Go socialize. Kicked him out the cocoon.
Yeah, I don't really get well with Basil because he was supposed to cook for me,
Socialize.
and then he just ignored me and went to save people. It's crazy.
I'm so sorry. Let me just set up a fucking campfire in the middle of a burning city. I can roast some kuotoa.
It would have been an easy job. Just go to the near house. You try.
I mean, they cook in Monster Hunter all the time. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And Rainy would come over and be like, I recognize that limb. That belonged to Joe.
Oh god.
Fish sticks.
I think a Rainy will come flying down out of the cocoon. Liar? Liar? Where's Squishy?
Child.
Just chuck the child.
Arania comes rushing over to like scoop Koishi up into a hug. Probably catches Liar if Liar's still holding on to him.
Yeah.
And she's
Ooh.
Liars
Child
running for the
Protective
cops.
services are coming for you.
Oh, there's the police. Watch out.
plastering Koishi's face with kisses. Just, I'm so glad you're safe. I'm so glad you're here. Later, you did such a good job. Koishi, what are you good? I'm so thankful you're all right. You're not hurt anywhere. She like turn him over, looking at everywhere for like any cuts, scrapes, or bruises.
As Koishi begins to wake up from all the commotion, starts scanning the area, sees Kit. Goes, Mama, you're okay. Mom, I
I
was so scared.
know you were. I know you were, honey, but you were also so brave. Look at you.
I didn't know if you were gonna be okay. And I starts wiping
Honey,
tears off his face.
I will always be all right, darling. I said I will always come back to you.
Mm. And continues looking around. Where's Grandpa?
Oh, come on.
You
Come on.
you asshole!
I'm not the one who wanted the kids.
You know what? You're right. Jess, you're banned from now on. You're alone in this world with no ties to anyone, no familial relations.
Oh my god.
Damn. All right, time to bring in my next character then.
From now on, Jess's characters have no backstory. Blank slate, no connections.
They were born. That's it.
At age 4, I was born without a face.
Mama,
Grandpa,
where's Grandpa?
Quishy dear. Your grandfather loved you very much. I want you to know that.
Start
You'll
shaking.
get the chance to. You'll get the chance to see him again.
No. Shaking his head. Where's Grandpa?
Grandpa is not with us anymore.
Still scanning the area. What do you mean he's not here? You're all here. Why isn't Grandpa here?
Grandpa isn't here because we are here.
That's not fair.
I know, honey.
How come he doesn't get to be here? What? You see as this guy still just looking around, lost, and just like points. The first person he sees. Jim Jar. How come he gets to be here? Why is he here and Grandpa's not?
Oh, fucking imagine.
Rainy would take his hand and like pull it down and kind of hold him firmly. Quishy, I want you to look at me. We are not going to pick others over our family. Do you understand? Your grandfather passed away. He did not make it out of the city. And I know it's not fair. It's not kind. And I don't have a good reason for it. Other than Grandpa made sure that me and Kit made it back. Without him, neither one of us would be here, hon.
I thought we'd be together forever.
I did too. I did too.
I thought we'd be together forever. Oh, sweetie, you're a mini god, and he was old as dirt.
He doesn't know that.
Oishi is processing for a moment. He kind of struggles, wanting to be let down.
Does it look like he wants down because he wants away from Arania, or does it look like he wants down to go to something?
He's making an insight check.
Not great.
It's not that he wants to run away or to something. It's at the moment he is overwhelmed. And the feeling of being in such close proximity is adding on to the feeling. He's trying to process something, but he can't quite process that if he isn't given some space.
Arania would put him down. But she's still going to be, like, right next to him. He's not leaving her sight or out of arm's reach.
Koichi continues to look around, look at all the people that are here. And you've been through a lot since the prison. Koichi has seen things since the prison, but the fragility of life never really quite hit him until today. Until it hit close to home. And you see his face just slowly begin to drop as he is realizing this fact. Every single face he is staring at, he is beginning to realize how quickly they all can just disappear in a moment. If somebody like his grandfather, disappeared just like that, then it could happen to anybody. Start scanning all their faces. Chimjars, Rons, Eldiths. Takes a look at Basil, at Kit, at Damaris, at Lyre. And then eventually his gaze falls on you, Arania. And you just see horror in his face, in his expression, as that realization hits him as well, that just like anybody else, you too, in the blink of an eye, could disappear. That forever that he thought of, the dream of wanting to be with you forever, and thinking that that was real and that could happen is broken. He just continues to shake his head. Doesn't know what to do. Because for a brief moment, your promise to be with him forever feels like a lie.
Was she?
No, no, no. No, you're a liar.
No, she's lying.
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Oh,
Do 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 do.
Yes and no, Koishi. I think you understand now that life is a fragile thing. It is so hard to come by and so easy to lose. She'll go over a little ways and sit on the ground. Kind of gesturing for him to come a little closer.
Koichi doesn't move.
Physically, Koichi, yes. One day, everyone will leave. As is the nature of being mortal. We may last a little longer than everyone else. And there may come a point where we don't age. Nor die. That's not going to lessen the hurt, though, of losing someone that we care about. Do you know why your grandfather was a pacifist?
No.
It was because he didn't like fighting. He did not want to see the people he cared about getting hurt. And he also did not want to think about hurting someone else's little boy or little girl. He used to tell me when I was younger that the people that he would see fight, friends or family, he's seen them die before. But he told me that they're never truly dead. Because they live in here. And she'll touch her heart over her, or she'll touch her chest over her heart. He carried their memories with him, kept them alive. Through him. This little place in the house, that little shrine that had pictures. Oddly, I don't know how he got small paintings of them, but he did, from somewhere. And the stories that he would tell you. Those were the memories he had with them. And every time he told you one, he was letting them live through you again. He did not forget them. I have not. And you have not.
But I don't want that. I want him here, now.
That's not the way it works. In time, you may be able to see him again. Not on this plane, only next, maybe. But in the meantime, though, you need to keep his memory alive. Keep it with you. Get many stories. Go many places. See many things. And meet a great number of people. So that way, on the next plane, when you do get to see him again, you can tell him all about it. And you can tell him of these stories, of the memories and the lives that you touched while you were here.
I don't get it. It's not fair.
I know, life's not fair.
I don't want memories. I want Grandpa.
I think Rainy will, look up, looking kind of lost. And she's crying on her own as well.
And you do all this too. And you left me. You were gonna leave me.
If you had stayed with me, there was a chance that you might have died. And I would not have been able to live with myself if you had.
You promised me we'd be together forever.
We will be,
You
Koishi.
promised.
If anything
Promised
ever
you
happens,
left.
if anything ever happens to me, keep my memories with you. We'll always be together. Maybe not physically, but in spirit.
I don't want memories. I want Grandpa, I want you. Here.
Koishi, I'm sorry, but Grandpa's not coming back. He's gone. And had I not left you, I would have been putting you in danger, and I could not live with that. Had I not come back, many more people that you care about would not be here.
not fair. Why couldn't you just save everyone?
Oh,
Because I'm weak, Koishi. I am sorry. I tried. I tried.
Well, you did try hard enough. And Koichi runs off.
Kit, can you please go after him?
I'll
Yes.
come with you,
I
buddy.
think I was about to say, I think Amaris would actually come over. Koishi's not super fast, right?
No.
Leave the child behind.
Um, Amaris would actually probably take that moment and just go, actually, kid, you can see down here better than I. She'll look to Arania. I'll go. If you'd like. I need a moment away.
Oh my god.
I don't care. One of you go get him.
Mars will go chase after, unless Kit, you like are insisting and you want to go, in which case like she can't exactly race you.
So I'm an animal right now. I just stand back. I don't know what I'm gonna tell the kid. I'll probably stunning strike her.
Oh my God.
Stay the fuck still.
Just flick him in the forehead.
Stunning spanking. Yeah,
Spanking
Marcel.
strike.
Mars will go chase after and make sure he's safe.
He didn't get that far. Just ran off to a corner of the cavern you guys are camping in.
Okay.
Let's see, he picked up some rocks and just started chucking them into the water.
I think Amaris would give him a few moments to just throw the rocks, do what he needs to get some energy out, and then sit down sort of near him. Not close enough to like invade his space, but close enough that her presence is there. I think she'll
You
throw.
see the kind of glances at you as you kind of first arrive, but ignores you. Just continues to throw rocks, but every so often will glance back at you as if trying to figure out what you're doing. Still doesn't, engage in any conversation, just continues to throw some rocks. Every time you get closer, though, and he notices, he kind of like takes a few steps away from you.
I don't think she would
Trying to
actually
keep,
get
like, a-
closer. I think she would, though, look around and find some rocks of her own. Also throw them, and at first maybe it was to relate to him, but after a couple throws, he might start to figure out that she is also getting out some frustration along with him. Eventually,
Koichi doesn't speak.
she'll like
Just quiet.
throw a few, then look around, look over to him, and could you spare another? Ran out of mine.
Koichi glances at you, back down to the ground. Looks through some rocks and picks up one that looks like it'll make a nice sound when it hits the water. Kind of slowly walks up to you and just, with one hand, not looking your way, just kind of like hands it over.
She'll take it. I think before she throws it, she'll like kind of toss it between her hands a little bit. You don't have to worry. I'm not here to tell you how things should be. They shouldn't be. If I'm honest, I'm over here to be selfish. Needed to get away.
You hear him kind of sniffle. Kind of look at you. I think Mama hates me now.
She shakes her head. No.
I said some horrible stuff to her. What if she doesn't want me anymore?
Koishi's wearing like clothes and stuff that you made for him, right, Aurania?
Mm-hmm.
She'll kind of cross her legs and kind of sit, just motioning for him to come as close as he wants, but not any closer than he needs to. She made you that, right? Points to his shirt.
Just nods.
I imagine she's quite fond of giving gifts, isn't she?
Just continues nodding.
She wouldn't give that if she didn't love you. I still have the gifts of my own mother, and they are not ones from love. And she'll kind of trace along one of the scars on her arm. Your mother truly does care. But can I tell you the worst secret of us, of all of us?
He just kind of looks up at you.
It hurts. You can live for decades or centuries and it will always hurt. And I know she hurts right now. And I know all she wants is one more gift of you to not hurt. Promise she doesn't hate you.
Kind of looking at you and then back down to the scar that you showed. Did your mama hate you?
The woman who called herself my mother. I don't know what was in her heart. It It's not what Arania has.
Even after things I said to her.
They are things I am sure she has said herself when she was younger. She first lost, as many of us have. Finding blame, whether others or yourself. The things you said were because you hurt. And it's hard to stop that hurt. I've only ever learned one way. Would you like to know?
Just slowly nods his head.
All right. Can you look over to her?
His head slowly turns to look towards Arania.
Mars will approach, if he allows.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything. Does it happen?
And she'll just raise a hand just to cover enough of his vision so that he can't see her. Is she still there?
Yeah.
But you can't see her. How do you know?
I don't know. She was there.
And you know she will be when I lower this, right?
Just nods his head.
She'll lower her hand. And that's when Arania cast invisibility. Gets up and walks away. Oh shit. Oh, that's not how that's supposed to work. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. I suck at this.
We'll add you to the list of liars.
Liars, liars.
She'll raise her hand again and say, just like you know, she's still there. She's just beyond the veil. A single thing blocking your sight, but you know she's there. She's watching. She'll come when you need her, even if you can't see her. But your grandfather has gone. Those we've all lost have gone. She'll kind of grab the front of her armor. They're just behind one more veil. We can't see them. I promise they can see us. If they could, they would batter down that wall and get to us, hold us. But they watch. that love gets through. Try and see through, just for the moment. It may be hazy, it may be shadowed. Try to see him. Remember what he looked like, how he would smile at you.
I'll try. See Koichi trying to close his eyes and picture and imagine. But then he'll just open his eyes. I can't see him.
Can't see him yet.
Shakes his head. No.
You will. And I know it's frustrating that it can't be at will. I know you want him to be here every single second. And he's trying, I promise. And the day you are able to look past that veil, I promise will be happiness. But I'll tell you one more thing. I'll tell you now. And I'm not sure what he's saying. He's probably speaking a million words. Telling you he loves you, he misses you. He can't wait to hold you again. She'll look over to Arania. And I bet he's also begging you to hug his daughter. Make sure she feels warm and safe. Because you have her and she has you. It is the veil you can see through. And I know that's all she wants right now. Acknowledge that you're safe. And you're with her.
He just nods. Picks up a stone, throws it into the water. Hey, Ma. Scared.
Why?
What if she doesn't forgive me?
I promise she will. It can be hard to make a promise, I know. It's harder to keep them, but I promise her love, it will push through whatever that darkness is that is holding you. That's what good mothers do.
Okay. And he just kind of like reaches out to you, Marlis, kind of like to look at the scar that you had shown him. The scar that was given not out of love, a scar that reminds you your past.
One of many that adorn what little can be seen of her. And Jess, I swear to God, if Arania spanks him when she gets back, I'm gonna end it. Going to time
Kind
out.
of looks at it. Goes, I'm sorry that your mama did this to you, but I love you, Auntie Amaris.
Fuck. She'll tear up and smile at that. I think she hesitates for just a moment because it's been a while since she said something like this, but dear Koishi, don't worry. She'll grab the front of her armor. My real mother gave me an honest gift. I'll tell you about her. But first, I think she needs a hug, don't you?
Of course, she just nods and turns to look at Arania and then back at you.
She'll kind of like
Kind of
nod
breathes
her
in
head
for a
over.
moment. And then turns back to Arania. Of course, she just runs off. Arania, you are immediately hit by the presence of a small figure running up to you at full speed, colliding with you and just giving you a hug.
Arania doesn't say anything. She just picks him up and wraps him in her arms. And rubs
Sorry,
the
Mama.
rubbing his shoulders and back and brushing the hair away from his face. She gives him a kiss on his forehead. It is all right. You are hurting. We all are. It was sudden anger and pain.
Please don't hurt. Please don't hate me.
Honey, I could never hate you. You were the light of my life. You were the reason why I breathe and I walk and talk. I would be no one without you.
I'm sorry.
I am sorry too. I wish I could have been stronger, been better to keep him here for you. And I am sorry you are hurting because of it.
I could have this, Grandpa.
We all will.
He just continues to hug you, tightening his grasp, just burying his face into you.
Arania will pull him closer and just hold him.
Just stays there. Eventually, exhaustion kicks in once more, and where she slowly falls asleep.
I think Arania would, still with everyone else, just kind of quietly though, so as not to wake Koishi, address the rest of the group. So who all made it out? And who all did we lose?
Thanks to some quick thinking, we only lost Globagul.
What are the Merchant brothers?
They were killed in the initial attack, I think.
I'm pretty sure one of them is what's called Gorgon back to the city. With the horn. Where do you all go on?
I'm sorry to hear about your father. He was a good man.
Thank you. He was everything a father should be. And more. I think I could have taken a few pointers from him still on how to be a good mother. He is the only reason why I am still here. And my kid is still here. Wherever we go next, I would like to build something to remember him by.
Absolutely.
How are you all?
It's been a long day.
Badging
I'm
my
tired.
friend.
Hungry. I think I'm gonna make us a meal.
I would like that. Could you use any help?
Only if you wish. I think something simple is all we really need today.
That is fine. I could use any distraction at the moment. And keep my hands busy. And my mind's numb.
Then why don't you start by helping me make some bread? I think something like that's going to be quite nice after what we've been through.
Alright.
So yeah, I guess Basil and Arania start working on a little bit of mushroom yeast to get the bread rising.
All right. Does anybody else have anything they would like to do this evening?
Whenever Koishi did run over, Amaris did give a smile seeing that. But she was telling the truth earlier, and she's going to sit where he was sitting with his pile of rocks and pick up where he left off. I assume the Kuatoa are handling themselves, getting their rest. and
Yes, you
everything.
throw a rock, Akuto who's swimming to shore gets hit by it. No, I'm just joking.
Ah, shit, no. Not again.
Roll initiative.
Fuck. Oh, Lord. But yeah.
At some
Anybody
point
else?
at some
Mhm.
point would the little girl Kuatoa have like gotten off the ship to
Oh, shit, yeah.
yeah, because if Arania sees her, Arania will go over and attend to her.
All right. I mean, if there's nothing else, go ahead.
Do I know her name?
It's my mother's name.
Make me a history check.
Watch this be the only Kuatoa that I don't know.
Funnily enough, she was born 3 days ago. Oh, no. Oh.
You say that.
Three? No, I'm sorry. You do not recognize her.
I like mid need. Rainy will stop and like look at the little girl and kind of like dust her hands off on the front of her dress because she doesn't have an apron. And we'll give a nod to Basil and like nod in her direction and then walk over. Hey, honey. What is your name?
Uh, I'm Rip.
Just Thrip?
Just nods. Mm.
Get her a black cowboy hat.
Hold on, I need to add this to my list of children in the character sheet.
Oh, my God.
Of course.
It goes from a Google Doc to a fucking spreadsheet.
Are you by yourself?
She nods.
Do you know who I am?
She nods again. You're the spider lady.
I am. Did any of these other fine folk introduce themselves to you?
She just points towards Basil. He saved me.
He did. He is very brave. His name is Basil, and he is making some food. Would you like some?
Just nods her head. Mm-hmm.
All right. Come on over, dear. We'll get you a bowl of soup or whatever it is that he is making, and some bread.
Okay.
My name is Arania. This is my son, Koishi. And she'll like gesture down to the sleeping Koishi in his little kid sack thingy that she carries him in.
Mm-hmm.
This is Stool. And then she'll just kind of like go around the small group introducing people or giving their names.
Oh, they introduced themselves as, "Get the fuck on the boat! What are you doing?"
Yeah. Very much so. She takes note of all the people you introduce.
Do you have any aunts and uncles or grandparents here that you are able to find to stay with?
She shakes her head. Oh. Dad.
No.
Dad, he starts tearing up.
All right, Arania, round 2. Don't fuck it up.
Look, we both know I'm
She-
horrible with people.
Crying Child
can't
2,
find the
Electric
words.
Boogaloo.
She can't find the words.
I'm just gonna give this kid a pat on the head, shush her and tell her it'll be okay, and then just stuff food in her, okay? Food makes everything better.
Food does make everything better, though, especially warm bread.
Mm-hmm. And she, tears in her eyes, will, slowly eat the food she's been given.
Say, while you're with us, would you like to stay with me and Koishi and Stool? I'm sure that the boys could use the company.
Nods her head. Yes, please.
All right, sir. You can stay with us for a little while. And she'll make sure that all of the kids are tended to.
All right. And with that, as each and every one of you bed down for the evening to finally get some rest. Not sure how many of you will be able to get a good night's sleep after what had happened, but while your minds might be active, your bodies know what it needs. It needs rest, it needs sleep. I assume you all still take shifts, keeping watch throughout the evening. All that tension and adrenaline won't allow you to just sleep without some form of security. Others sleep with weapons on their side. And as you all get your long rest, you all level up.
Yes!
Woo!
Yes!
All the death was worth it.
We got XP from everyone that was killed.
Oh my god. Oh.
Don't worry, Rainier. Your dad made you stronger.
Shut up! No.
Oh, too soon.
It was mean.
Oh God. That was a good session, Burb.
Good session.
Yeah.
That said, can the next session have like a carnival? Maybe some cookies.
I want a funnel cake.
I'm tired of crying.
I want more people to die.
No, just
I
because
haven't
you missed
seen
half of
enough
it doesn't
death.
mean we have to deal with it.
Guys,
Shit.
You weren't
If-
here
if
for
I
all that
went-
shit, Beto.
I'm so
If I
close to
went-
dying. I gotta see death, please.
Oh my God.
if I went, okay, guys, that session was sad. This session, that's just fucking run it full combat jovial style. You know, it's like, nah, I'm not gonna let you guys go through that. You guys are gonna suffer a bit more.
It's fair though. Also, quick logistical question: how far into this like path have we gone? Because Iranian Kit stopped pretty early, right?
Mhm.
Theoretically, we could veer off to Gracklestuck if we really wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are still fairly close to the entrance of the pathway. Like you aren't like you didn't make any considerable distance. This is 26 days
Yeah,
to that place, and you're still in like day 1. So you could backtrack and go to Gracklestuck.
if I'm honest, I actually think Gracklestuck's the better move.
Yeah,
It's
mhm.
Like,
fine with me, but I mean,
civilization
didn't a
we
certain
know.
someone say that they were going to take Stool back to his family?
We're gonna hit up Neverlight Grove. Just we gotta make one stop first.
How the fuck do I level up? I forget.
Same.
No, like I put my thing at 6,500 XP, but it's still not letting me level up.
I don't remember how to level
Oh,
up.
that's
period.
because you are homebrew, remember?
Fuck, that's right.
So go to your features tab. Make sure the wrench on the top left is selected, and then change cleric from level 4 to level 5.
That's right. 5. Oh my god, you guys know what time it is? It's Basil. It's the true Basil zone time.
Yay.
Third level
Spirit
spell.
Guardians.
Oh God. We're fucked.
No, we
Okay, so
got
wait.
this.
You said go to. Oh, I think I clicked on the wrong wrench. Is it this one over here? Yes, maybe.
It says you are still 2,700. Set that to 6,500. There we go. You should be able to click the level up button on next to your level. Oh, there'll be an arrow that's glowing for you, Jess.
Well,
I don't
al-
see what you're talking about. An arrow that's glowing. Oh, right here. Okay, yeah, I see
Yep.
it.
I am gonna go ahead
Right
and
under the
end
rest
stream here.
buttons.
All right.
Bye,
Bye, everybody.
stream.
It was fantastic
Bye.
playing with you. You gotta watch us
Bye.
suffer.
You guys really need to start bringing tissues to the fucking stream from now on. Because I
Right,
do.
that can mean many things.
It's Look.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
what did you expect?
Valid.
You gave me a child. What did you
Yeah.
expect?
What's worse?
Like,
than-
if you expect me to be like, oh yes, no, this kid absolutely knows how to process grief. Frame 1. No.
What's worse than a tragic
No, he
backstory?
doesn't.
A child. No.
It's funny.
All
Oh, I
right.
rolled a 2 on HP. That's not great.
Good
Oh,
night,
no.
stream.
That's the worst roll.
Good night, stream.
Good
See you
night,
guys.
stream.
Week. Same thing.
Bye.